Wewoka is one of the oldest and most historic communities in the state of Oklahoma. Its origins date back to about 1849, back when this land we are on now was Creek territory during the Indian Territory days of the state. Wewoka means barking water and is related to the noise that the falls made when the settlers came here. We have railroad history, we have Native American history, we have oil boom history. Wewoka at one time was the heart of the largest oil producing region in the world.
The fabric of individuals in Wewoka is very tough. They're a proud community, very proud of their heritage, very proud of the Seminole Nation and its capital here and the tribal members. And we all work together in order to make Wewoka still a very prominent and very important community. Security State Bank of Oklahoma was established in Wewoka over 100 years ago. This community is now about 3,000 in size, and we, over the years, have expanded. We added a location in Seminole, Oklahoma, which is about 17 miles west of here. Then we also added an office over in Maud, Oklahoma, and then our most recent expansion was into Holdenville, which is about 20 miles east of here. We are committed to the small towns that we located in. Most of our employees live also in these communities. So when we're out in the grocery stores, or when we're out in the restaurants, we'll have customers come up.
A bank has to be more than just about profits. You know, we have to be a community leader. We have to be the driving force behind getting new businesses to town, with bringing jobs to town, with making this a better place to live. Banks are most successful when our clients are successful and when our community is successful and our community is growing. And we have a lot of people that work here at the bank that put in a lot of hours to do good things for other people and give back to the community to make that happen.
Security State Bank is very unique in the fact that we're all from here, and so we're really invested in the community. Tip is an amazing boss to work for. He's got the most giving heart that I've ever seen, and so he really encourages us to do whatever we can to help the community. Where he lets us use bank time for community service projects all the time.
The biggest economic development impact that we hope to see from all of our community investments is that we improve the lives of the people here and give them hope that they can achieve a better lifestyle for themselves, whether it's through their own small business or through a housing initiative and opportunities for youth to receive financial education and be involved in youth sports. And by the bank being involved in those things, we believe we can make a long-term difference.
I just can't say enough about Security State Bank. I mean, they're just so awesome. I've really never worked with any organization that has just such a clear vision that is communicated amongst their employees and by their employees about we are here to make Wewoka a better place to live. And they don't just say it, they do it.
Security State Bank supports the Boys and Girls Club of the Seminole Nation here in Wewoka. We've been very involved since their start in that, and it was something that we felt very important to our community because of their goals, their dreams. We were glad in order to help support that and see that thrive. It's been amazing how much they've grown in the short time that they've been organized and the impact that it's had on the kids in our community. And we're very proud to be a partner with them in providing that type of services and help to people that will eventually be citizens in this community. They'll be people that will someday may have a job here at the bank.
The Boys and Girls Club of the Seminole Nation offers a variety of different programs within our club that foster a sense of the whole self of every child that walks through the door. So we have programs that support character, community service, civic duty, healthy minds, bodies, and spirits. And Security State Bank has really been a supporter through their direct support of our club through funding, through in-kind donations of shoes, through helping us to build spaces that really cultivate learning and involvement in the community with kids. They have the vision at Security State Bank of, if we invest a little time, a little seed right now, these young people are going to grow up and in turn carry the torch and make Wewoka and surrounding communities better.
Well, activities like Little League Baseball really benefit our town because of all the positive reinforcement that it brings to the local youth here. And it's great that the bank gets to be involved in that by helping to sponsor the local Little League program here. And this is what it's all about for me. I love doing this kind of stuff, and I know the bank loves to support activities like this in our community. Our ultimate goal for the Little League is to hopefully build a 4-field youth league complex that will expand the league, include more players and families from across the community so that we can increase the impact that we have through our Little League program.
The Seminole Nation has been a very integral part of Wewoka and the surrounding area for years. They give back in a lot of ways that they do not get credit for. Rebecca Stone was the inspiration for the boys and girls homes for the homeless children.
I think living in a small town, never thought we had homeless people here. We didn't see them, but we did. We had kids sleeping in the skate park behind our building or in alleys or on friends' porches.
We were on a transformational task force meeting, and this is when Rebecca Stone was the director for the Seminole Nation Housing Department. And she told a story about a young man that lived with his mother. And there's no father in the picture. Well, the mother died. He had no money to pay for the apartment. He had no money to buy food. He had no way to pay for utilities in the apartment, and he was living on the street.
To talk about youth homelessness in America, that's a really difficult subject. To bring that into a small community, it's even more difficult.
And she told me that story in our afternoon meeting, and I laid in my bed at night and wondered, where is that young man sleeping tonight? Well, it was a few days after that, I received an email from the Federal Home Loan Bank describing the new Native American program. And I almost ignored it because we had just received $1 million grant to rehab all the homes. And I thought, there's no way, they're going to give the same organization another grant to do something here. I almost hit delete, but I thought, let's go ahead and try. So I emailed that to Jesse, and Jesse and Rebecca Stone went together to fill out the information for the grant. And we got that email that we got $500,000.
That's what makes this project so important. It's going to actually change the trajectory of a child's life. And anytime you can make a positive impact and a turning point in a child's life is generational, because it won't only affect that child, but it affects their children, their grandchildren, and perhaps, as we as Native people always say, for 7 generations to come.
Thanks to the Federal Home Loan Bank, there's a whole lot of boys and girls in Wewoka and the surrounding area that they're not going to be sleeping on the street at night. They're going to have a nice warm bed to go to at night. They're going to have food on the table, and they're going to have people that help them with that homework when they come in from school. Those are all things that they have not had before.
Yes, my house needed a new roof, real bad. And well, it had started quite leaking yet, but it was on its way there to start leaking.
One of my favorite stories from our project that's being funded by the Affordable Housing Program is of an elderly lady who wanted to come in and obtain a loan to get a new roof put on her house so that she could obtain insurance on her property. And when one of our loan officers met with her, she alerted her that we have a program that may be able to assist her in getting a roof at no cost to her. She was able to qualify, we were able to get her a new roof at no cost to her, and now she has insurance on her home, and she is so grateful that we were able to help her through our program.
I have a new porch and a new roof. I am so proud of it. Because that old deck, it was dangerous. Porch had rotted with a hole, You see how far it is from the ground. I mean, if they had a drop through that hole, it would have been something. No, it wasn't safe at all. No. I had to keep an eye on them. Yes. I wasn't able. I just wasn't able to do it. And I just want to thank the Security State Bank for helping me to get this. I really do appreciate it.
Many of the homes that we have rehabbed with the grant, they would use a tarp for the roof. We had this one family as a father and 5 children living in a home, and he had a giant tarp on his roof.
2022 would have been a year after I lost my wife. It was leaking in my son's room, so we put up a big tarp. And then over the years from the wind and the weather, kind of blew the tarp up and down and, disintegrated it. But then with my back being bad, I couldn't get back up there. It just kept getting worse and worse. It eventually started leaking in my daughter's room, and then same leak, but it would travel into the kitchen. Every time it rained, I'd stay awake, and it was heartbreaking, knowing it's raining in my children's rooms. And I just had enough. And then the program came along. And things changed. And with this, this is life-changing for me. It really is. I don't think that it'll really hit us until maybe the first time it rains and I can sleep through the night. I don't have that stress of what next. We're the type of family that's grateful for what we have. We understand there's tons of people out there that have nothing. I'd rather have a leaky roof than no roof. And the kids are grateful for it too, and like I said, this is all life-changing for all of us. It shows that there's still hope for humanity. In bigger cities, there's people walking past people. In a smaller city, Jesse, Security State Bank, they put a hand out. And at the worst time possible for me, they put that hand out. And the way I think it'll impact them is, staying here. It shows them what helping your community can do for somebody. People helping people, and Wewoka's always done that.
Today, Wewoka is a community of people working together to build a brighter future for this community. There's a new generation of people that are coming together to create new opportunities to build a brighter future for us and for our children. And it's exciting now to be a part of that. It's exciting to meet with people that have energy and want to work together and build something better for everybody.
When you see a home that has a giant tarp covering the roof and trees overhanging that house, and you go in there and you cut all the trees back and you get that tarp off the roof and you pull 6 layers of shingles off of that roof, and you give them a completely new roof and windows on that house, you can see a difference in those. And that family feels a difference when they walk in that door at night.
I think that our future is bright. I just see every part of the community growing and getting better, and I look forward to finding people's passion and letting them give back from themselves. And I think that's going to make a difference for everybody.
Hats off goes to Security State Bank for being that willing to invest in the future generations. They're growing generations of people who are going to turn around and give a hand to the next ones coming up, and ultimately that's what it's all about.